Alrighty guys, Motherload giant mega update. We're getting so many new cards. Things that I'm actually most excited about are the brand new Madolches, but also I guess maybe Ojama support. And we are getting some more Chaz support over here. Looks like Light and Darkness Dragon. They've kind of like showed off some sort of like live show event here. So basically a bunch of new Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and it's going to be a huge update to the game. So anyway, starting right off, I guess we're getting right into the, I think this is the chat stuff over here. We have 3 as 1. Okay, so this is one I believe looks like an Ojama support card. Let's check it out. So it's a normal trap card called 3 as 1. So it says during your opponent's end phase, if the combined number of cards they control and their hand is greater than the combined number of cards you control and in your hand, you can just summon 3 normal monsters from your graveyard. Okay, so I guess it's just vanilla support. And then the second part says you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 3 monster cards you control with different original names to set 1 spell/trap directly from your hand or deck that mentions all 3 of those cards' original names. Okay, this could be very interesting. Just being able to have this effect can actually work well with a lot of other things. I mean, it does have to have 3 different original names, but certain cards that like may count as other cards in graveyard. I wonder if that would mess things up, because I was thinking like off the top of my head, you could have Blue Eyes, Red Eyes, like again, any of the, you know, OG support, maybe even Dark Magician, but being able to set a spell, because it's just 3 monsters with different original names. You just banish this card. Those other cards that you target just have to be just different names, not necessarily even vanilla monster. So if you use any hand traps, right, that should work. I mean, just being able to sell any spell or trap directly from your deck that mentions, it has to mention all 3 of those cards. So actually, you know what, that might not work for a lot of the Blue Eyes or Dark Magician. Maybe if it says Dark Magician Girl, then that would technically work. But or if it says like Magician of Black Chaos, or there could be some other, like there's so many options for this card. I like this. I like more creative cards, and allowing stuff that's not meta to see play is more exciting for me. But it's 3 normal monsters from the graveyard. I was thinking also you can do like the White Elephant's Gift. You guys remember like the vanilla Exodia variant? The only problem that I see with this, at the end of the day, it's a trap card, right? Who's playing trap cards and expecting to see W's now? It's pretty hard. Anyways, oh, is this more Dark Magician support? What is this? I actually don't even know what we're looking at here. There's a lot of new cards. Oh, this is actually some of the cards that we're going to be talking about, because I saw it in when I was working on like the little intro here. But next up we have, what's this? What's this? Meme Noto Miklen, or I guess Combined Conquer. Wait, this is combining all of these cards into one or something. Wait, what? Let's see. So this is a Earth. Wait, which one is it? Because it says it's a Earth Illusion effect. So where's the Earth monster on this picture over here? I don't even see any monster that's Earth other than this one on the top. I think this is the fusion, right? Okay, so yeah, it is the fusion. So it's a level 9, 3000 attack, 2000 defense, and it requires 3 Memento monsters. Okay, so says that you can only use this card's first and second and third effects once per turn each. And then it says that you cannot activate this card's name's first and second effects on the same chain. So the first part says if this card is fusion summon, you can send question Memento card from your deck or extra deck to the graveyard. Maybe it's a certain amount. And then the second part, as a quick effect, you can target the same number of Memento cards you control and cards in your opponent controls and destroy them. Third effect is you can banish this card from your graveyard to add a meme. I think it's it's Memento Mictlan. Oh, okay. I just the first thing I saw was like, oh, it's a new meme archetype. Okay, so it's Momento. Okay, from your deck to your hand. Okay, so the next one is going to be a normal trap card, which is the one, I believe it's right here in the bottom left corner. It says you can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. If your opponent controls a card, you can activate this card from your hand. Says when a card effect is activated that includes the effect that adds a card from the deck to the hand for the rest of the duel after this card is activated from the hand resolves, you cannot activate dark, fire, water, and fire monster effects. Also negate the activation. If you do, then if you have a trap in your graveyard, destroy the card. Okay, so if they search out anything, you have to instantly destroy it. So basically, you would be playing like Light, Earth, is that it? I guess Divine. But that could be a pretty interesting card for sure, considering the problem is just like for the rest of the duel, it is a pretty big downside though. but it's got potential. Like, I definitely think that card has some uses. All right, more new Yu-Gi-Oh cards over here. So this is in Ledi. So this is Krishnerd Witch over here, which is a level 4 light spellcaster effect monster. 1800 and 700 defense, and it says can't be destroyed by opponent's card effects while multi-universe is on the field. You can only use each of the following effects of Krishnerd Witch once per turn. If a card or cards in the field zone leaves the field by card effect, except during the damage step, you get a special summon this card from your hand. When a field spell that is already face up on the field activates its effect as a quick effect, you can shuffle one of your monsters that is banished or in your graveyard into the deck, or if that monster mentions a field spell, then you can special summon instead. Okay, this definitely has some cool uses too. I like multi-purpose cards. Next up we have Jungle Dweller. So it's a level 8 Dark Fiend effect monster with 25 and 18. It says that it cannot be normal summoned or set, must be special summoned by card effect while there are 2 cards in the field zones. Your opponent can't target this card with card effects. You can only use each of the following effects of Jungle Dweller once per turn. So the first part of it, well, it doesn't say like number 1, but it says that you can banish 1 light or dark monster from your graveyard to special summon this card from your hand. If this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card, you get to shuffle up to 2 of your field spells from your graveyard or banishment into the deck. Then you can destroy up to that many cards your opponent controls. Wow, that part is actually pretty solid, considering it's easy summon condition, and then you just get to, again, maybe pop 2. Then we have Multi-Universe, which is the field spell. So it says activate only if you do not control a face-up card in your field zone. You target 1 field spell that is banished or in either graveyard, destroy this card, and if you do, place that targeted card face-up in your field zone. You can only use this effect of Multi-Universe once per turn. If a card or cards in the field zone will be destroyed by a card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. Okay, so just kind of like generic field spell support. Next up we have Valmonica Hollow Hymn, which is a Link 2 water spellcaster Link effect monster with 3,000 attack. Well, that's a huge amount of attack for a Link 2. So what does it require? So it's just Link 2 water spell. Is it generic? Okay. Well, anyways, links bottom left, bottom right, and its materials are 2 monsters, including it doesn't require like a special thing. So it requires a Valmonica Link monster. So it's unaffected by non-Valmonica card effects while you have 6 or more resonance counters on cards you control. Second part is, for each level 4 Valmonica monster you control, this card gains 1 additional attack during each battle phase. The third part says, once per turn, when your opponent would special summon a monster or monsters as a quick effect, you can negate the summon if you do destroy that monster, then remove 3 resonant counters from your field. Okay. Now, unfortunately, this is a once per turn. If it wasn't, then it would be really good. But, I mean, then it would then be affected more than likely if you lose out on the counters, but at least being able to stop 1 is still pretty good, and it is kind of non-generic, but at the end of the day, it's got pretty decent attack. Next up, though, I think we're getting into the Madolches, guys. This is what I'm actually really excited about, too. So I want to check out the new Madolche Exceeds monster at the top first. This is the first one, yeah. So this is Queen Madolche Tiara Frage. Oh, Cream Frage. Okay. Or actually, the English name is Madolche Queen Tiara a la Frage. So it is 2,600 attack, 25 defense. It's a rank 5 Earth. It's an Earth rank 5 fairy exceeds effect monster. It requires 3 level 5 Madolche monsters. So once per turn, you can also exceed summon a Madolche Queen Tara a la Frage by using Madolche Queen Tiramisu you control. Transfer its materials to this class. So it's basically just make Tiramisu and you just slap this on top. And once per turn, once per opponent's turn, as a quick effect, you can detach 1 material from this card, then target up to 2 Madolche cards in your graveyard, shuffle them into the deck, and if you do, shuffle up to that many cards your opponent controls into the deck. So pretty solid effect considering it is a quick effect. And the second part is if this card in your possession is destroyed by opponents and sent to the graveyard, return it to the extra deck. Okay. So that's actually a pretty solid card. They actually have a really good turn 1 play. Now there's also, I believe, like that, like a trap card for them that was like I think it was like something around like an Omni Negate. But next up though, we got another new support card called Madolche Munard, which are Mukaron. So it's a bunch of little cats over here, and it's got 23 in attack, and it's a Link 3 Beast Link effect monster, and it says 2+ effect monsters, including a Madolche monster. So you can only use the first and second effects of this card's name each once per turn. So the first part is, this card is Link Summon. You get to add a Madolche card from your deck to the hand, so instantly just gets to recover for whatever you used to make it. And the second part says you can target 1 monster in your graveyard. You can't activate non-Madolche monster effects for the rest of this turn. Also special summon a Madolche monster from your hand, and if you do, shuffle that target into the deck. Okay, so I really like the the other monster over here, considering it does require Madolche monsters, it's not generic, but the effect is really good. I mean, but the other thing I just noticed is it's only actually, it's just once per opponent's turn, so you can't actually do it on your turn, which is kind of a downside, because I was thinking you make it, you bounce back everything, and then you go to your opponent's turn. But being able to bounce back double is still like a really, really solid effect overall. But next up, we've got the, oh, this is the new Light and Darkness Dragon stuff. Okay, so here we go. So AznEyes remade. So they're remaking some of the boss monsters for them over here. So we've got the brand new Fusion Light and Darkness Dragon Super Boss, because it is a level 10, and it's called Light and Darkness Dragon Lord. So level 10 Fusion, 34 attack, 3000 defense, and it says 1 level 8 light dragon monster plus 1 level 8 dark dragon. So light and dark makes total sense. It says must be fusion summoned. So the first part says, while face up on the field, this card is also a dark attribute. Then once per chain, when a spell, trap, or monster effect is activated, as a quick effect, this card loses exactly 1000 attack and defense, and if it does, negate the activation. Now it's important, it does not destroy it, and it has to activate, right? It's not like an optional. Okay, so basically it comes down to 3 automatic negations, and then it's 400 attack. And then the third part is, if this card is destroyed by your opponent, you're going to target 1 dragon monster in graveyard and special summon it. Wait, it doesn't say except for itself. Wait, whoa, hold on, wait, right? Am I tripping? Does it say this card cannot be special summoned? It says must be fusion summoned. And it doesn't say it cannot be summoned by other ways. So I think the first time you go for it, you can go for it, and then... yeah, I'm assuming if this, could you just go for it again? Just be like, okay, it just brings itself back. I want to say it shouldn't work like that, but if it does, I mean, that's pretty insane. I mean, it's got good stats and it just keeps on negating. But it would actually make it a lot more powerful. But again, there's this thing called like semi-nome monsters, and sometimes, like I swear, YuGiOh, there are certain rules. Again, it's like Debris Dragon. Sometimes it's just like, well, no, sorry, you can negate the effect, and it still doesn't have the effect applied. But nonetheless, being able to target another dragon monster, obviously you'd fuse to make it, so you'd have guaranteed 2 targets, right? Unless the other card couldn't be special summoned. Anyways, next up we have the Light End Subliminal Dragon. So this is a another level 8 light dragon, so 26 attack, 21 defense. It says that you can only use the first, second, and third effects of this card's name each once per turn. So the first part is, you can banish a level 8 dragon monster from your extra deck to special summon this card from your hand. Also, you can't special summon for the rest of the turn except for dragon monsters. Second part is, during your main phase, you can fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters in your hand or field as material. The third part is, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can make this card lose exactly 500 attack and defense. And if it does, that opponent's monster loses 1500 attack. Okay, so it's basically kind of like the Light End Dragon over there. So pretty good stuff indeed. And then we have the Dark End Evaporation Dragon. That looks crazy. I like the artwork on that one. So level 8 Dark Dragon, 26 attack, 21 defense, and it says that you can only use the first and second effects of this card's name each once per turn. So it says you can banish 1 level 8 dragon monster from your extra deck to special summon this card from your hand. Also, you can't special summon for the rest of the turn except for dragon monsters. So the second part says you can activate 1 of these effects. To fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck using monster from your hand or field as material. The other part is to target 1 attack with monster. This card loses 500 attack and defense. If it does, destroy it. I like this card. You just instantly can just summon it, and it just gets rid of a card, and then you have the ability to again maybe just go into the next monster. I like it. It's really good stuff indeed. Whoa, we got armed. Wait, is this more dark arm stuff? Okay, cool. Night Armed Dragon, level 3 Wind Dragon effect, 1400 attack, 19 defense. It says you can only use the first, second, and third effects of this card's name each once per turn. So the first part is, if you special summon a level 5 or higher dragon monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Easy. Second part is, if this card is special summoned, you can make its attribute and level become one of your banished from your hand. Okay. One of your banished, sorry. It can make its attribute and level become one of your banished dragon monsters. Okay, perfect, because you can just part of the other cards. And then if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 dragon monster you control. It gains 1000 attack. Neither player can activate cards or effects in response to this effect's activation. I mean, okay, now you're looking at 4 negates right there. Remember, those are guaranteed negates, as in, like, you cannot stop, because it's just when anything is activating. I think that being able to get this card out turn 1 is going to be so easy, especially since you can increase the attack by another 1000. I mean, that could just be a win condition on its own. Now, there are some YuGiOh cards where you keep on, like, revealing and stuff. What is it, like, Oh man, there are a few cards like that. I think it was like Destiny Defender or something like this. This is like real old, but like there are card effects where you could just keep on draining Light and Darkness Dragon. So you got to be aware of those sort of plays. Next up though, we have the Dragon's Glory of Light and Dark. So it's a quick play spell. It does activate one of these effects, but you can only use each of this card's name once per turn. So shuffle a level 8 Dragon monster from your hand to the deck. If you do, add a level 8 Dragon monster with a different attribute from your deck to your hand. Next part says to target one Dragon monster you control, it gains attack equal to its level times 200. The other part says when a card or effect is activated that targets a Dragon monster you control, negate the effect. Ooh. Now the thing is that the other thing has to use its effect anyways. I mean, I like this though. This is really, really good, considering it's also a quick play. It says you can only use each effect of this card too. Okay, so, I mean, the thing is that after it drains everything, right, it's equal to its level times 200. So if it is level, what level is it? 10? Another 2,000. I mean, you get that. I mean, it's pretty easy to make the fusion card, right? Like, you literally just get another 2,000, which is another double negate. So you're getting to go kind of plus. Like I said, I think we really need to see, and if it comes out on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro later in the week, I'm definitely going to be wanting to play this myself. For once, I'm actually excited to play Yu-Gi-Oh! With this card because, I mean, this card just seems super busted if you could bring itself back. Like, it's just destroyed by your opponent. It doesn't say by battle, by card effect. It's just destroyed. You get to re-go for it. And then if it comes out, and also I'm wondering if you're able to just boost it up. I mean, you could just keep on boosting up its attack, but remember, it has to be under 1,000 to get the boost, because otherwise it's going to just negate that, because it's not either player, it is either player's effects that are negated, right? It's just when anything is activated, not only when your opponent does it. So you have to kind of utilize it right, because I remember someone had Doom Caliber plus that, and it is not a good idea. Or like, have you ever seen someone summon double Doom Cal? It's pretty crazy. But they're making a quarter-century wrap. I think it's really good, guys. Anyways, let me know your thoughts on any of the new Yu-Gi-Oh cards down below. But I think this card is looking to be pretty solid, and it might be an actual like decent, you know, like fan, you know, from the show, like archetype that can actually see some actual play. But I think it looks pretty good. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. If you want to see the gameplay pretty soon, drop a like, subscribe, and you'll see it very soon. Anyways, take care. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.